Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob SHIREMAN, and today I wanted to go over why I joined EXP Realty as a new real estate agent. Let's get started. So today I wanted to go over what made me join EXP and know that that was the brokerage for me, especially as a new agent. As a new agent, there's so many things to figure out about training, how much you're getting paid, and that doesn't even count how to actually do the job. EXP Realty was founded in 2009 by Glenn Sanford. Glenn Sanford, before EXP, was a top producer at Keller Williams. And when the market crashed back in 2008, so did his business. So he knew that there had to be a better way to do real estate. So that's when he founded EXP. As he likes to call it, it's the Amazon of real estate. EXP is a 100% cloud-based brokerage. So in doing my due diligence and researching other brokers while I was waiting to get licensed, I kind of came up with categories or quadrants of things that were important, and I ranked each brokerage that I looked into accordingly. If you're a new agent or you're waiting to get licensed or you've been licensed, remember back then, when you filled out your application, you get bombarded with text messages, emails, and phone calls with everybody asking for 30 minutes to show you why their brokerage is the best. And it's overwhelming. There's so many things to ask, and sometimes you just don't know what to ask. So I'm gonna go over what I asked for. So in my first quadrant was the money. Obviously, money's important. Everybody says, oh, money's not important to me. I love helping my clients. Yes, that's important, but at the end of the day, you have to pay your bills, you have to feed your family, and you don't want to leave any money on the table. So I wanted to make sure that I got everything I was supposed to. I have a business background, I have a digital marketing background, I ran my own company for 8 years. So I knew that I didn't want to leave money on the table. I wanted something that had low overhead and that had low cost. So in doing my research, the first thing you got to look at is your split. So your split is what percentage of that transaction do you walk away with? And every company is different. I saw brokerages that had a 60-40 split, that had a 70-30 split. At EXP, they have an 80-20 split. So real quick, what that means is if you take a $10,000 commission, you would get $8,000 and EXP would get $2,000. Talking about the split, then you have to move on to what's your cap. That is one of the most important questions you can ask is what's the cap? That means how much do I got to pay my brokerage before I can get 100% of that commission? And with some brokerages, it's anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000. And some of them I saw that as a new agent, you had to pay considerably more than other agents that have been there, even if you're doing the same volume. So at EXP, their cap is $16,000. Now there is a chance to get that back, and we'll go over that in a little bit. The other part of the money category was what are the startup costs? They tell you that you need to make sure you have 6 months expenses before you become a real estate agent, and they are not joking. Not only to get licensed, you have your application fee, you have your testing fee, you have your fingerprints, and then when you join a brokerage, you have their application fees, you have their desk fees, their franchise fees, you have all these fees coming at you. The National Association of Realtors and your local chapter, you have those fees as well. So with EXP, it was $149 for my application fee, and then it's $85 a month for your technology fee, and it includes everything. All of the CRMs that you need. There's a program called Make It Rain to help you with Google Ads. You get a website that links into your MLS, also includes all of your training and mentorship, which you get over 50 plus hours a week of. And you also got a Regis office membership as a part of that $85. So my second category was multiple streams of income. Traditionally, as a real estate agent, if you don't make a transaction, you don't get paid. You can aspire to be a broker, and that will allow you to have your own brick and mortar office. You can have your own sales team, and you get a split of their commissions. But that takes 5 years. You hear that real estate agents do not retire, they expire, because once they stop doing real estate, they no longer get paid. It's not like a business where you can still get a percentage of the profits if you decide to step down and let somebody else run it. So with EXP, you get multiple streams of income. The first stream of income that we already covered is your sales commission. You get your 80-20 split until you cap $16,000 for that year. and then you get 100%, and then it restarts the next calendar year. So the second stream of income that you can get from EXP is through their stock share program. As a new agent, when you make your first transaction, you get stock. When you bring somebody into the company, you get stock. And when you cap your $16,000 plus you do an extra production number that they have set aside for that year, you become an icon agent and you get your $16,000 cap back in the form of stock. And the last one they have is you can have 5% of your commission taken out every time to purchase stock at a 10% discount. So now you got stock. So you had your commission, now you got some stock growing that's going to pay some dividends. And the stock at EXP is crazy. So they used to make fun of it back in the day when they first started and went public, that it was a penny stock. And now today, and this is January of 2021, they just split and it was at $101 a share. And the third stream of income that they have is revenue sharing. So with Keller Williams, you get profit sharing. And some other brokerages do this as well. But you get a percentage of the profits that's left over each year, which is not very much. With EXP, you get revenue sharing. Revenue share is before expenses, profit share is after expenses. But as you bring in new agents to the company, you get a percentage of their production. And that doesn't come out of their commission, it comes out of that 20% that you pay to EXP. So one thing I thought that was great, especially coming from an entrepreneur mind, is that they're allowing you to kind of act like a broker from day one. You can start building your sales team, and those people can also build their sales team, and you get a percentage of all those people 7 deep. So you can have some steady streams of income. If you have a slow season with sales or another pandemic hits, then you're going to have some income streams that are coming in that you're not just dependent on the sale and business that you do individually. You're running a real estate business. And so it's genius because what they did, unlike other brokerages, they hire headhunters, people to recruit agents to come into the brokerage. EXP is like, let's save that money and let's have our agents do it. And because of that, they're using the revenue share program to bring in other agents. Right now we have over 40,000 agents, but in the US there's 1.6 million real estate agents. So there's plenty of agents to come aboard. People are coming into the company like crazy because they're realizing that the other brokerages cannot compete and they're leaving so much money on the table. Plus the most amazing thing I think I've heard about the revenue share program is that, let's say that I die, unfortunately, I can leave my revenue share portion of the business to a family member, my spouse, I can will it out. They just have 18 months to get their real estate license in any state, and they can keep that monthly revenue share check coming in. That is incredible. Most places would, as soon as you die, that would be gone. They don't want to pay you anymore. But EXP really wants to take care of their agents. They know that there's a better way to do business. And this is the modern way. Now, you do not have to sponsor a single agent to do business with EXP. If you want to just do real estate the traditional way and sell real estate, and that's all you want to do, that's great. You don't have to do that. And you don't have to hound people. The only way I'm doing my recruiting is organically. Just like you're watching this video right now, that's how I want to talk to you. I'm not going to bug people, pester people with emails and phone calls like I did because it's a turnoff. I'm doing it this way, and whatever way works for any other agent, you do it that way. You do what fits your personality. So let's move on to the third category, and it was about the brokerage itself, the location, the office space. That's what I was worried about. I'm a person who likes to save time. I believe time is the biggest commodity that we have, and it's the one thing you can't get back. You can always recover money, but you can't get back your time. And so a lot of real estate agents waste time going into the office to be trained. You're driving across town to meet somebody that maybe you didn't need to. And with EXP being a cloud-based brokerage, we don't have to go anywhere. And with the pandemic that hit, that's why we survived. We grew during this pandemic, is because our system was already set up to operate virtually. And so with our cloud-based brokerage, it's pretty unreal. We have this software by Virbela, and it's like a Sims world almost. You walk into the campus or into the corporate office area, and you walk around to the buildings you need. You can go find your broker's office, you can go find accounting. You just walk around with your little avatar, and you can literally unmute your mic and talk to people as if you were right next to them. It's amazing. And so this saves time because I can be at home getting ready for an appointment, or in my car on the way to appointment and do training. And we'll go over the training aspect in a little bit, but the training's amazing. And the fact that you can tune in at any time, there's over 50 plus hours a week of training, it's incredible. And it's all a part of that $85 a month. There's no desk fee. There's no 6% franchise fee that other brokerages charge that'll lower your commission. It's all a part of it. All right, so the next category that I want to go over with is the training. For me, this was very important because as a new agent, I wanted to know how to do the real estate transaction. I don't need somebody to help me with sales or how to talk to people. I've been doing that my whole life. That is my background. But I wanted somebody to show me how to do this business and how to be successful doing it. So there's two factors to this training. One was the training and mentorship that EXP provided. EXP's goal is that we are the most sought after real estate agents on the market, that when you hear of EXP, that you know their agents are trained and they're professional and they're knowledgeable. So inside the EXP world, you can get trained. There's over 50 plus hours of training a week. You can go to auditoriums. There's state specific training with your brokers. As a new agent, whether you're seasoned or not, they have a fast start program where it kind of introduces you to EXP and how they do things. You get assigned a concierge, so you get a person that's dedicated to you. They answer all of your questions, make sure you find everything that you need. There's a transition team. So all these people are with you for a year, so you have a smooth transition into EXP. Plus, our trainers are the best of the best. A lot of times it's all in brokerages where the person training or your broker training, they haven't done a real estate transaction in over 10 years. They might do one here or there, but they're just banking off of their sales team. And a lot of times those methods are outdated. I kept hearing from brokers that are going to teach you how to knock on doors and how to phone call and generate leads that way, and that was just not me. I have a background in digital marketing, like I said, and I know how social media works. I know how YouTube works. I know how paid ads work. I wanted to utilize that because that's the modern way of doing things. People don't want to take a random phone call from somebody they don't know, and they don't want some random person knocking on their door. So I wanted to do business the modern way, and EXP gives you the tools for that. Plus, we get weekly meetings with top agents, and like I was saying about the brokers not being active, our brokers are actively working. They're actively working on their own sales, their own teams, and they are the best of the best. They're one of the top producing agents in the company. Plus, you get meetings with the top producing agents and they tell you what they're doing. Everybody loves to collaborate and they tell you exactly what they're doing. Other sales environments I've been in the past, they don't like to tell you what they're doing because that means that you're going to have the same success as them and they don't want that. So at EXP, it's all about helping each other grow, and they want to tell you, especially to your team, you want them to be successful because you get a portion of their revenue. Why wouldn't you want them to succeed? And the next part of the training was a team to join, and I joined the team Agent Wolfpack, and the leaders of that team are Mike Sherrard and Connor Steinbrook. And when I was doing my due diligence, I was trying to watch videos of what you should do as a real estate agent getting started and all of these things on YouTube. And the number one person that kept coming up is Mike Sherrard. He's the top 30 real estate agent in the world on social media, in the world. So I knew I had to be a part of his team. Once I heard some of his trainings, he was on the same wavelength that I was, and he was speaking my language as far as lead generation. And that's what I wanted. And then Connor Steinbrook, he has the largest real estate investment team in the country, and that's another avenue that I want to get into. So both of those guys have exactly what I want, and they're willing to give it to me for free because I am their sponsored agent. It's a win-win. So these guys created a team, and they wanted to take the training that EXP already has and how great it was, and they wanted to do something that no other team was doing, and they are. And the best part of it is, any agent that I sponsor, they get this stuff for free. And the social media training that they have is some of the best I've ever seen. I've paid for super expensive classes, and I thought I knew everything or most everything that I needed to know. And they taught things that I have never seen. And it literally is some of the best training that's out there. And the last 2 points I want to go through pretty quick because I know this video is getting long. I wanted something that was scalable. Any business, you want to be scalable. You want to get in and you want to be able to grow it. And with EXP, you can, because we're allowed to collaborate with anybody in the world. So one thing I left out about the revenue share program and sponsoring somebody is it doesn't have to be in your state. You can sponsor anybody in the United States, in any country where EXP is. EXP is global right now. We're in Canada, the US, Mexico, France, Portugal, going into the UK, Australia. So we're growing, and we're in India. Then the other category is its early adoption. So you can get in there and there's still room to grow. You got in on the ground floor. Like I said, we have 40,000 agents, and just in the US alone, there's 1.6 million licensed agents. So there's still plenty of room for success, plenty of room to grow. And with them going global, it's just unlimited, the reach that you can have, especially with social media and doing it right. You can reach people in other countries. You can grow your real estate business. And remember, you don't want to be one of those people that said, I wish I would have joined 3 years ago. You want to get in now. You don't want to have regrets. This is the modern way of doing real estate, and other brokerages are struggling to compete. I saw a couple brokerages just this week slash their split just to keep agents from leaving. But what they don't realize is they're still leaving money on the table because they don't have revenue share. The stock programs are not as competitive, and you don't have a global reach like you have here. And so I encourage you to take the time, do your due diligence, write everything out into categories and see who ranks, and make a logical based decision and not emotion. Real estate agents today that are work for themselves outside of EXP, they say they have a real estate business, but they kind of don't. They just do real estate, and they do it self-employed, but they don't have the business that you need. These were just some reasons why I joined EXP, and I hope these help you out. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Reach out to me, call me, text me, email me. Make sure you follow me on all my social media for more videos and tips. Again, my name is Jacob SHIREMAN. I'm a realtor here in the Houston, Texas area, and we'll see you next week.